Yeah, what's up, guys? You are welcome back once again to this very episode with Crypto Dever. All right, so today's video we are going to just look at what the market says around BTC. So what we're going to be analyzing today is what BTC chart is saying. So this is going to be a live chart, a live analysis. So because of that, I am going to remove all my indicators and everything so that you see how everything is playing out. Okay, so first of all, let me remove this trend line that I actually did here. Already this trend line made me a lot of money here around this point, and it was very profitable. So now it's back again to the same line. So we're going to just analyze it. First of all, I have to remove this, and then I have to also remove this. All right. So now we're going to just look at how this thing is done, because I noticed that so many of you are actually asking how to do this. Okay. All right. So now we are going to just find a pattern here. As you can see here now, this is 15 minutes chart, right? This is 15 minutes chart, and I'm going to just look for a pattern that BTC obeys. First of all, let's narrow down to daily chart to see what it says, what it looks like. Okay, so on the daily chart, okay, I already have some other this thing. I have so many analysis done here. Okay, so we are going to just first of all look at. I'll have to remove this. I also have to remove this so that you see everything by yourself. Okay, now what we want to do now is very simple. We are looking for key levels. Two things, key levels and then some other things that we can use to predict BTC move. Right? So now first of all, let's here is the daily chart. So as you can see here now, this point, when BTC got to this point, it went down. When it came to this point, it went down. Okay. So let me see if I can activate my brush. My brush is active. So when BTC got to this point, it came down. When BTC also got to this point, it came down. So as you can see now, and then when it got to this point, it now started going up. You see that now? Okay. So this is the pattern I'm going to use for this analysis. So because it actually reacted at this point, so we can now say that these 2 points are key levels. All right. Okay. Exactly what's going to happen here now. So now what I'm going to do now is I have to remove this brush once again. I don't need it again. So let me just remove this brush. Okay. We remove this. We don't need this. We remove this. We don't need this. We also remove this. We actually don't need it. Okay, so the first thing you need to do now is when you come to this place, of course, I believe you should already know how to do this. So I'm going to just activate my horizontal line. So I can draw that, okay, at this very point line, BTC actually has a very powerful reaction around this point. So there is no particular rule of doing this. Just make sure that you just connect as much line as you can. The more the line, the more powerful the area is. So I could have just come to this place and do it here. And I could have also come to this place and do it. Now when I come to this place, discover that yeah, fine, it's touching it, but this line should be a more powerful line. So I now mark it here as a key level. Alright. So this is a daily chart. Now what I want to do now is I want to do scalping. Alright. So I want to go down to lower time frames to see what can probably in a very short period of time. All right. So that is exactly what I'm going to do here now. And how do I do that? It's a very simple process. So I'll just have to change from this daily time frame to something very low. So I will go to something like an hour time frame. So let me see what's happening on the 1 hour time frame. So on the hourly time frame, you will discover that the chart has a different look. All right. And then let's see if you can find the pattern here. All right. Now also, yeah, I'm already seeing a pattern here. I will show you the pattern I'm seeing. Now, let's look at this pattern here. Now, okay, yeah, when you just click on this line again, I'm going to use trend line this time around. Now, you discover that when you connect this line, so BTC seems to be obeying something like this, all right, on the 1 hour chart. Then also, if you also draw the same line again, here now you discover that it seems BTC is currently showing a pattern here. So you can see what's forming here now. There's a kind of channel. So BTC is currently trading within a channel. So now, because we want to do a very sharp trading, so we need a lower time frame so that we can decide what is about to happen as soon as, you know. So now, when you go back to a higher time frame, discover that the chart we drew was actually a very powerful chart. Yeah, it was very significant. If you check historically or the history of this chart, you discover that this chart always obeyed BTC at this level. All right. So now we can now adjust this our candle to see, come to this place, take it to this spot, So now I can decide to change the color of this one to, let me just say, let me just give it something like this color, and then this one now will be yellow. All right. So as you can see here now, we now have a channel, and currently BTC. So the moment BTC tested this spot, it came down, tested this place, tested this place, tested this place, went up. So it discovered what is happening here. Now it came down again and tested this place. So it discovered that there's a pattern here, and now it went all the way up, tested this place, and now it's down again to this particular spot. So what is likely to happen here? Now when you look at this chart, you can easily say that BTC will likely go up again to test a higher time frame, to test the upper left side of this chart, of this line. So let me just narrow to something like an hour time frame. Let's see what we can see here before we now arrive at a conclusion. Okay, so let's expand this. Okay, now look at it here. So BTC has been obeying this line. You see this point now. When it came to this point, it actually, the moment it broke this line at this point, you see what's happening here. This very single candle here, this very candle here, this one here, the moment it broke the line, it came down and then tested the line again, and now it's down. Now, this is how you know how powerful these trend lines are. So, and all this while, the trend line has always been obeyed, as you can see here. And then now BTC is now currently resting on that same trend line. So now the question now is, what is about to happen next? It's very simple. Now, before you come to a conclusion on what is about to happen, we need to first understand that this chart is actually done on a lower time frame. Understand? Now, here now we could have just taken another position to long, probably to go long on this coin, and then when it gets back again to this point, to something like this, when it touches this line again, you can now sell again. So, but before you go and open a buy position, you need to understand something. Let's go down to even a lower time frame. Okay, let's go back to the 15 minutes chart. Now, on this 15 minutes chart, you see what's happening here. Please, there's something you need to understand. I so much love using RSI as my entry this thing. Now, what is RSI? Okay, for those of you who don't know, RSI is an indicator. So once you just come to this point, RSI is this indicator you're looking at here. Hold on. All right, so what you can see here down here now is my RSI. Okay, so what you're looking at down here is RSI. So let me just expand it more so that you can see it. Let me expand the RSI. So this is the RSI. So this thing you're looking at here is the RSI. So how is this used? Now you can see that the last dump RSI came down here. Okay, and now BTC seems to be moving up. Now I'm expecting, we are waiting for a, what's it called, a bullish divergence. So the moment BTC comes down to the lower part, let me close this RSI again so that you can see the chart very clearly. All right, so let me close it again. Now BTC is currently at this position. Now the moment BTC comes down to a point like this, I'm expecting BTC to come down to this point again. All right, so if when BTC comes down to this point, this particular RSI is still above this lowest level, then is a confirmation of the signal, because this is combination of trend line and RSI. So if you don't understand what RSI means, you can always let me know in the comment section, and then probably I can make a separate video on how RSI works. All right, so now we cannot just conclude and then go into this chart and start making our decision immediately. We need a confirmation, and that is exactly what RSI is going to help us achieve, right? So now we're going to wait for this chart again to come down to this point, So the moment this coin comes down to this point again, as you can see this level, we have to wait for it. So when it comes down to something like this level, all right, that is when we will now check our RSI to see if this RSI that is down here is also showing what they call higher lows. So when this one makes lower low, we also check whether this RSI is making higher low. And then if it does, then that will be a confirmation of what is about to happen. All right. So this is actually all you need to know for now. And then I want you to always look out for this chart. Just open your own chart and then draw this channel. This channel will be very helpful for you when you are making your decision on how to follow this market. All right. So it's a very interesting one. So we can say that we now wait for the RSI to play out. All right. So that is all for now. Now, if you have any question, please don't forget to leave it in the comment section. I will always be there to attend to that. And if you have any coin you want me to analyze, leave in the comment section and I'm going to look at that. All right. By the way, congratulations to those of you who were able to short your BTC here. All right. So congrats to all of you. And then we are hoping to have another entry very soon when this RSI is confirmed. Thank you very much. Okay. And now, before you go, don't forget to always leave a like and then make a comment if you have any, as I've said before. And then you can also share to your friends. Also subscribe for future notifications. Thank you very much for watching. All right.